Hey guys, thank you for checking out my unboxing video of my Firefly FFSP left-handed Blueberry Burst Les Paul type guitar. I've actually never done an unboxing video before, and I promised myself next time I bought a new guitar I would remember to do it. And 10 years later, finally got a new guitar. Here we go. Just came in the mail. Box is in okay condition, so I'm going to go ahead and get started here. It did take just about 1 week to get the guitar, and I do live in the middle of the country, so I know it had to come all the way from California. So to get here in Chicago took 5 business days. So let's see here what we got. Uh-oh. Flip it around backwards. All right. Looks well packed. Nice and clean. Let's see here. Wow. All right, so the color. Let's take a look at that. Got the plastic still on, of course, the pick guard and the pickups. Nice amber control knobs, chrome hardware, and everywhere feels just like you would expect a guitar in this style, right? Looks really good. I don't know how well you can see it here with the light, but that burst is really nice. It does have some smudging, probably from bouncing around during shipping. Doesn't look like it's really affected the finish at all. I don't see any checking, but I'm definitely going to have to give this a nice clean finish. Looks nice and intact, no damage, no defects that I can really tell, and does feel nice and heavy like you'd expect. Hardware, typical kidney bean tuner style, and has the right balance that you'd expect. So what I'll do is give it a little clean up, tune it, go ahead and plug it in for you. Alright, so before we go ahead and do a quick sound demo, I wanted to let you know some things I noticed, a little more detail about what kind of state the guitar itself was in after I got a closer look at it, wiped it down. First off, let's start off with the actual shipping container itself. The box was in pretty standard, something came from China shape with some dings and some scratches, a lot of dirt and scuffs on the box, but this is the actual styrofoam itself. The guitar's okay. It's fine, but I did want you to know that I was a little surprised at how thin the back of the styrofoam itself is. And you can see here something clearly happened. Now, I'm not sure what other Firefly owners have experienced. This is my first Firefly, but either this is typical or this guitar took a real shot during shipping. You can see right here that the whole back is separated, and the bottom here is completely broken straight through in half. Now, the good news is the guitar itself does not appear to have any issues. I went over it pretty thoroughly, and the only thing I could find was a very small impression on the body, probably on the body itself before it even was finished and painted. But I did notice a couple things that I wanted to point out. I know a lot of folks will say things like, it's a great guitar for the money. All right. If you're like me, you're probably watching this video looking for a little clarity on what for the money really means. You might be able to see right around here, we've got some weird marks there. That is not exactly the light that is actual some kind of defect in the finishing itself. Now, I do mean that it's in the paint itself. It feels like the actual clear coat didn't go on very well on the horn. It's very rough in some spots. It just feels like a little not in a bad way, like sticky, or you're going to catch your hand on it. But I really just think that at that spot, they didn't get a proper amount of clear coat on the guitar. So if we flip it around, it's actually a little worse on the back, but it's going to be okay. Nothing that I would say is a real problem. But you can see right here, I thought this was just some stuff from styrofoam or the wrapping that had gotten stuck on the guitar from static, but there is definitely some roughness here. There is, let's see if I can get it to focus, some lack of clear coat on here. The finish itself is definitely not very well done on the horn overall, and I'm not really concerned about it. It's just an aesthetic thing, and this is, I guess, what people are talking about. For 190 bucks, you can't really complain, and I'm not going to. It's fine. It's just one of those little things that might get you if you're a real stickler for details. But there is definitely some swirling and some other stuff in the paint, probably just from the factory, somebody going over it with a buffer really fast, and maybe the clear coat wasn't thick enough, and maybe they got a little too aggressive with it, but that's fine. And this right here is just a little bit of dust. Good news is the headstock is good. There is just a little of the same kind of lack of attention to detail on taking care of the headstock. See if I can hold it still. You can see there's some of that roughness right up here at the top as well. But that's why I have this guitar. That's the showpiece, the one that that I'm much more concerned about getting dinged. This one is definitely one that a buddy of mine really recommended. They play really well for the money. I went ahead and played it, and I will say that my fingers came out pretty dirty. The frets are okay. They are definitely in need of a good polishing. They're very rough when you're trying to do string bends, but none of that's going to come out really in a video that you're going to see here. But overall, I'm very happy with it. The color is what you make of it. If you like something that's around this tone, it's definitely got some really nice contrast between kind of like a denim and then a purpley blue. I'm very happy. It's not a very bright day today. I'm looking forward to see what happens when we get some real sunlight here. I'll go ahead and fire it up in a second so you can hear it. All right, so earlier I said that I was going to fire it up and play for a while, kind of let you hear how it sounds, but then I was sad to learn that the microphone I have is terrible for recording my Spark 30, which I'm very happy with. I'm not sure if you haven't tried one, I definitely recommend going out and trying it. So I'm just going to leave it up to, like I said earlier, the other folks out there that do a good job with their nice recording studio setups. Check it out how it sounds there. I personally think it sounds really nice. It's a lot of tones, a lot of versatility that you'd expect from an Epiphone Les Paul. I was able to play some nice blues, even some good high gain metal. Some jazzy chords sounded pretty good on it too. But there is really one important thing I wanted to point out. About 10 or 15 minutes into playing, my neck pickup just totally died, cut out. I found out that the volume pot had some kind of problem with it, so I opened it up, tinkered around in there, just checked the connections, and it came back to life. So far, so good. But while we got it open, I want to show you what it looks like in there. Definitely not very clean, pretty scummy, if I may say so. Very, very quickly done. Clearly, somebody in a hurry, maybe somebody who's maybe not got a lot of experience. I'm just guessing, but I have seen much higher quality soldering work on similarly priced guitars. So that is definitely one thing I wanted to let you know. I don't want to scare you away from Firefly based off of that volume pot going out on me for a little while. After I went in there and just checked the connections, gave the wires a little nudge, it came back, and so far it is still there and playing fine. Sounds fine. The volume level is consistent with that of the bridge pickup, so it sounds like I've got a full signal there. But, you know, overall, I hope this video helps you get some clarity like I really wanted from people when they say it's a great guitar for the money. The issues with the finishing, the one that I just uncovered with my volume pot, and you know, anything like that. Just a little bit of the cleanliness of the strings and the fretboard. The frets were pretty raw, not polished at all, a little sticky when you're sliding your hand up and down the fretboard. But all those things like that can be taken care of with just with some time and a little care and a good setup. So again, thanks for checking out my video. I hope that you learned what you came to find out, and I appreciate it.